As you say, fuck you, a couple arrows and one spear come flying out of the forest. One hits the shoulder of one of the guys carrying you, and he drops one of your legs. The other one hits the shin of another one of them. They all begin to draw their weapons. A couple are still focusing on you, but three of the others are now beginning to kind of go back to back to prepare for this attack.
Can I throw some pocket sand, which is one of my moves?
Yeah.
7, 8.
Okay, it's a mixed success. Yeah, you do. You succeed in confusing the other one.
I just throw it. I guess if one of them, you said one of them was shot worse than the other, right?
Yeah, one of them was shot in the shoulder, and it's kind of like,
I'll throw it at the one that's not as bad, that didn't get it as bad then, to like make it so that both of them are kind of debilitated and stuff.
So yeah, on a 7 to 9, you have just a couple moments, so that's what you do.
I threw that, and then I start to run out of the cave as ducking as arrows are flying over my head. But then I look up at the top of the cave and I try to climb it to get to my mask.
Yeah, you do.
Or you know what? No, I'm just gonna try and throw a rock at it to see if I can knock it down.
Yeah, without so much of an issue, you manage to get it.
And then it lands on my face, and nobody sees it. Nobody sees it. Everyone sees it.
One of the soldiers, the one that got shot in the shoulder while he was kind of distracted by it, gets another shot to the neck, and you see him begin to bleed out. One of the soldiers runs back into the cave and starts banging, and you hear a lot of echoing footsteps moments later. A couple crossbow bolts go shooting out of the cave and into the woods, and you hear a scream coming from where your party is. As a couple of other you see Lila begin to approach, drawing a long blade, and trying to help kind of get you.
Yeah, I want to. I'm definitely running towards her.
Yeah.
I have at least my mask on, so that's something. But I have the old dagger, I guess.
Yeah.
And I turn around with her. What's the plan now? Just run, or are we gonna fight for a little bit?
I think we have to do at least a little bit more than just.
We gotta make it good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the selfish Linnaeus! I fight for my friends!
Roll a fight roll.
I got 8.
Ooh, that's a mixed success.
I want to say I inflict serious harm to somebody.
Okay. Yeah, there's one of the wolves coming up behind you with a short sword, and you where do you stab him?
I guess just right in the neck.
Nuts.
Through the collarbone.
Yeah.
You take Orson saying, "I don't. Maybe we could do this without killing anyone today."
I know we built a murder house, but I don't want blood on my hands.
You take 1 damage as he as he's doing it. His claws scrape against your shoulder and neck as he goes down. You take a harm. Lila steps in and dodges a spear coming towards her. Kind of deflects it and manages to kind of slash upward. And gets hit a little bit herself. The next thing you see.
This is just like one of my Japanese animes.
You see a couple of daggers kind of fly by you, and you see Silas. Daggers, yeah.
Oh, he's got throw. This is just like one of my Japanese animes.
He throws and he kind of lights up one of the soldiers next to you, and he says,
"Fuck you."
He says,
just like in Toy Story.
He says, "The Six Stones have had enough of this," and begins to back off as he kills someone, and starts leading the charge back, instigating the beginning of the retreat.
Shall we go? I'm covered in blood. I have a dagger that's just it's got just chunks of wolf throat on it. Shall we get going, Lila? Unfortunately, they must have killed Poe, but at least you rescued me.
We should retreat.
I know the plan.
A fox begins to one of the foxes with you gets a spear through the back of his head and out through his mouth.
Jesus Christ!
It's
a trident. It goes through his mouth and his eye.
The trident part of it comes out here.
I like that better, trident. And one of the other soldiers with you went down as well. So now it's just you, a pretty badly injured grunt, and then a bleeding Lila and Silas.
Let's go! I'm gonna help the grunt.
All right, roll something to try to help the grunt as you guys all begin and then you have to roll cunning to escape.
Let's see. Probably finesse. That seems like a finesse. I got 9, 10. Nice.
Good. Yeah, you instantly help the grunt up, and you help kind of you see a crossbow bolt kind of begin to go towards him, and you kind of pull him out of the way at the last minute. Gets stuck in the ground. And many more wolf soldiers are beginning to appear from this cave now, and you very quickly are going to get overrun.
We gotta get out of here.
All right, roll to run. Roll finesse one more time.
Run. 5, 6. Ugh.
Okay, so you begin running back. Silas and Lila are booking it. You feel yourself being weighed down by the grunt, and
but
the grunt is
gets lighter.
How?
No, he gets lighter because he dies. Suddenly the weight isn't that heavy anymore.
No, he's not dead. He's just he is on you, and he is.
No, I figured that could be the failure, is that he dies.
No, that's not the failure. The failure is you're gonna have to decide whether or not you're gonna get overrun by these things. Are you gonna leave him behind, or are you going to?
No, I think change of plans. I'm gonna try to hide with this guy, and then I guess I'll be like a flanking unit. Is probably what it's gonna be.
Interesting. Okay, roll to hide then.
I guess it's a roguish feat, so
it is. Yeah.
5.
Man, yeah, you don't hide at all. You try to go to bushes, but they're already on you.
Oh God!
What do you do?
I'm gonna have to. No, you know what? Poe would probably think this is fine. I'm gonna hide, but basically just have the grunt on top of me, and I'm hiding under him.
Okay.
So it's I'm pretty much sacrificing the grunt, not realizing this isn't a good idea.
Yeah. It's you do that, and you hear dozens of footsteps running by you, and the grunt is kind of like moaning and trying to move as pretty severely injured, and then it stops as the body is pierced with several arrows. One puts a wear on your vest as it goes through the body and digs you, and you're just covered in blood as this body is shot up.
Yeah, we did it! And once the horde gets past me, we did it, buddy, we did it! And I stand up and he falls to the ground. Oh, fuck.
It is a little while for you to hide though. This does take a minute, for all the footsteps to
No, I'm gonna have to be like a flanking unit at this point. But
yeah,
I'm just hiding under a dead body for a while, thinking I saved both of us.
And we cut back to 6 stands. So Orson and Jack. You see Lila and Silas running full speed. You see it first, Orson. And there is a small army following them of wolves.
Everybody wait for my signal. Wait till you see the whites of their fangs.
I'm gonna be
a lot of
down my sniper.
Yeah, and the earwax inside of their ears and on their noses.
They're a waxy people.
Yeah, they like to rub it all over those curtains.
I don't see Poe.
No, you cannot.
We're about to know for Who? That's the signal. Everybody goes. The traps go up too early. No, I'm joking. Okay, we wait for them to get into position.
Okay. Lila and Silas past the main gate. I don't think there's a heavy gate to enter here. I don't think we ever stated that. So they just run into town into the
right. Yeah, and the nature of the traps is we want the enemies in town.
Yes, correct.
Out. We want them to actually funnel in.
Yeah. So Lila and Silas make it in, and you've got like they are rapidly approaching.
Hold.
All right. Which trap goes off first?
Did we have a list? I
Nope.
don't.
No, we're gonna make it up as we go.
Oh, we're gonna improv it. Well,
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
We're all
I
gonna
feel
improv
like we should establish that they have entered the town like as a bulk first.
Yeah, that could be
And
the
then-
way if you guys do it.
And then they're gonna notice how quiet. Should I just do the first thing?
Yeah.
They're gonna notice it's super quiet for a second. Nobody's around. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
They're getting a little uneasy, and then maybe they think about maybe turning around, and when a giant 2 logs come out, and just smash 3 of them.
Roll.
It smashes them into one thing.
I'm glad you
roll
said
cunning.
that because I also wanted to say a log came out of nowhere.
every trap is just a log.
Roll. Both of you roll cunning.
Okay. Well, I got a 4, and then
Oh my god. We both rolled the exact same things.
Yeah.
You both rolled 10 then, which is perfect.
Oh, cool. Perfect.
The two logs like smash a couple of ones at the beginning, and they go what? And then in the back, like blocking the exit, 2 more logs smash the back.
Yeah. But it has to do a close-up cut of like it's like watermelons bursting, but it's 2 of their heads get smashed like into each other and then smashed
Explode.
in slow motion. This is gonna be the violent episode. There's like teeth and you can see one of their tongues like falls out of frame. They're not a huge not every single one of them is in town because it is a very, very large, but the vast majority of this force is in town, and they begin to scatter as this happens. Perfect. Just what we wanted. That's when we tell the rabbits to pull all the curtain or the like rugs away, so that as they're running away, there's pitfall traps that spikes.
Okay. Let's roll. Let's see how this first one goes. The wolves are gonna take a turn as well. Okay. What happens is the wolves begin to, like I said, scatter. Some run into houses, and the houses are some of them are trapped. A lot of them are trapped as well. So like we see a shot of one of the wolves like kicks down a door, like sword drawn. The rabbit like pulls away a thing to have them fall into a trap door. It begins to fall, but like stabs one of the rabbits through the throat as they are falling and pulls both of them into the pit.
Can we also establish that just as I understood it ahead of time, we're trying to funnel them towards the murder house. So I imagine a lot of the houses.
Well, the murder house is on the edge of town. That was established.
Right, yeah. But I'm thinking the only safe route that seems logical if you were running from these traps, you're going to run towards the murder house. Well, not knowing it's a murder house if you're in a town.
Yeah, well, the murder house, you can, like I say, it's close to there's only one entrance to town. It's close to the entrance of town. It's not like they're going to run through.
Okay.
A lot of them are scattering, but there is.
They come in and they have to get to.
I will tell you, right now, as soon as this happened with the heads exploding, there are now, like, at least 5 people have entered, like, a group of 5 of them have entered murder house.
Oh, man.
It's just a lot of other ones are scattering other places, too.
Electrocuted.
Yeah, we'll roll for that in a second. But yeah, the first scene that happened is the two logs. One, we see a scene of one person, one running into a house, killing a rabbit, but getting killed as well, and then several have run into a murder house. We are not in full open combat yet, but it is a lot of chaos.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Second turn. Orson or Jack.
Jack, you do this one. I'm thinking it's saw time. It's time to chop them up.
Yeah, I was. It's time to shoot and see how well my saw per rifle works.
Yes.
I'm thinking. Can we do a combo trap? Okay. I'm thinking. We pull. I have rabbits on the other side of town that like pull a string, and a burning effigy of a wolf comes like it's on a rope again. It's another one of these rope things. It's not intended to hit anybody. It's just intended to scare them towards where the sawper rifles are.
Okay.
So that way it puts them in a good position to be shot. So it's like distraction kind of thing.
Okay.
It's like Jack Skellington swinging it around.
Yeah, roll cunning for it then.
And we have the rabbit go, woo!
Yeah, some scatter. Yeah, the burning effigy. Like one of them catches like just part of their face on fire like goes by, and they begin to like get into the stop range. So now, Jack, you will have it. Normally, you wouldn't have advantage for this because it is just a regular straight up attack, but you will have advantage because of that.
Okay. So I'm gonna do the shot strikes a second target.
Yeah. So what that looks like while you're deciding is that you like line up the stopper rifle, like brace it correctly, look into the sight, and the blade shoots out and like perfectly cuts like right through his face, cutting one, like bisecting it. And as the habit falls off, it goes through and lodges in the second one's face behind it.
I want to say the shot distracts an opponent and they fall into one of the pits in the ground.
Yeah.
Like seeing that, they're like, oh shit! And then like not looking where they're going and fall right in.
I was almost gonna say
Held by all these spikes.
it should bounce off and cut because it says it cuts something.
Yeah.
Bounce off and cuts the rope that's carrying the burning effigy, falls on the ground. But that's also great.
You know what? I'll do that though. Like
Yeah,
the last
that's
one,
awesome. I think you're awesome.
it cuts through the effigy as it's flying through the air. So now it's like wildly swinging.
It hits the ground and cartwheels through the ground. Oh my God.
Also, a lot of that. Well, okay, here a lot of them are on fire now. Part of the town is a little bit on fire too. Not the whole town, but part of it is on town as you just cut a giant flaming effigy. Okay. And now the wolves. Yes.
It cuts a string and a pie launches into somebody's face.
That's they have more
That
than
was, we let Poe set up one.
Okay, so what happens is as you guys are doing this, a good amount of the troops are dying. The ones that you guys have kind of shifted into play into the murder house. Well, murder house we'll get to in a second. The assault rifle ones, the effigy. What is also happening is a lot of the ones that scattered into other parts of town, into like the random houses, some of them are doing decently well. You hear some rabbits and some foxes dying. Not a ton, but like on one-to-one combat, the wolves are doing better.
Good one's too many.
Yeah, so a couple are causing chaos and getting some killing done. All right, we cut back to Poe. Poe, you are in the forest. It seems like the majority of the forces from the cave have left. What do you do?
I'm actually gonna, I start walking towards town, and then I hear the screams. And then I'm just like, I turn and look back at the cave, and I'm gonna actually go back to the cave. Because A, they have my knife, and B, maybe I can burn their home before they can come back to it. It's gonna be full of children. Like, oh, it's the babies of everyone who just went to town. And
women and children, too.
But yeah, I'm gonna go back to the cave.
Yep, you go back to the cave. It is fairly empty. It is not entirely empty. It is a community in there. It's a not a massive one. It is much smaller than Six Toes Stand. You would assume that, despite the fact it houses a lot of soldiers, the initial cave you walk into is not like the entirety of where they live. There are other cave systems around. Like you see other tunnels going, like expanding off of this one. You find there is an armory. There is a living quarters. There is a bar. There are some other, not like necessarily a lot of children in this place, but there are some other like civilians that have stayed behind.
Are they all wolves?
Yes.
There's a firework factory right next to a daycare.
Choices. I think I want to try and sneak into the armory to see if I can get my old knife back or something better.
Okay. Roll a hide or sneak.
I guess it's roguish feat. Yeah.
It is a roguish feat. Yeah. Well, it's one you have, right? You have to have roguish feat.
Exactly.
Okay.
5, 6, 7, 8.
8 isn't bad. That's a mixed success. So you enter.
I feel like all I do is I put my hood up and I just kind of walk like I belong there and try to make it so that nobody can tell that I'm not a wolf. But if they look long enough, they see my weird rat tail.
Yeah. So what we see as you enter, we see a couple of wolves kind of look at you as you enter. You have not gone entirely unnoticed, is what you think. With
like somebody across the way is just like, is this
so you have a little bit of time. You do find your dagger fates like kind of on top of the pile. It's not a very well organized armory. There are piles of weapon and armor lying around. You find your dagger kind of on top. Do you grab anything else?
Is there anything that could be explosive?
Roll 1d6. Let me see what you do.
Oh, I was going to say roll luck or something, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, luck. Luck would be actually better.
Okay, I'll do luck. 5 + 4, 9, 10.
Yeah, you find some...
A barrel full of dynamite.
Yeah, you find not like a ton of. It's not. They're not really prepared like that. You do find some like one small barrel of gunpowder, and you find a small homemade bomb. Like not enough to destroy like a building, but enough to like like a small grenade.
I think I want to blow up the armory.
Okay.
Because that's innocent enough. Like that's just a wartime thing. I look at the grenade and I remember the words Pip taught me, which is, "Don't play with the grenade at the meeting, Paul."
He said in a French accent.
I'm gonna play with the grenade because now no one can stop me. But I'm gonna like fiddle with the grenade and then put it on top of the barrel full of the gunpowder thing. And I'm just gonna kind of like roll it against where the pile of weapons is, and then I'm gonna fucking run.
All right. Yeah.
Just completely out of the cave. I got what I needed. I got my dagger back. I have my mask. I'm good. So.
Sure. Yeah, you don't need to roll for that. It happens. You hear an explosion echoing behind you, and some screaming, and you make your way out of the cave.
Eyes and
and you make your way out of the cave. You do hear some people in there, and you hear more echoing down the chambers as you do.
As the smoke fills the cave
Yeah.
and chokes everyone.
You smell smoke as you're running out. What you see as well as you see some other. You see movement in the forest, on two sides, kind of heading the same way as the forces were headed.
I want to stay hidden, but I kind of want to look harder and see what they are. And then that'll probably be the cut back to...
Yeah. What you see is...
So I put my hood up and I'm like in a bush and I just like...
You see two groups of wolf soldiers. Well, they're not really... I keep calling them soldiers. They're not really soldiers. They're bandits, really, is what they are. They're not like... They don't have a uniform or anything. It's all just different armor and weapons.
Yeah.
You see groups of them, two different groups of them beginning to head in the same direction. But what you also hear is you hear a what sounds like a battle cry. And you see a small contingent of Woodland Alliance soldiers being led by Vera, attacking from the flank.
Led by
some
Vera. Vera was
one of the Six Toes.
And they're attacking the town?
No, they're attacking the
Woodland. They're attacking the
wolves.
The wolves. Oh, so she hired the Woodland Alliance to help with this?
Yes.
It is what it looks like.
Is what it looks like, yes.
To help with this, they join the wolves. Oh, they're helping, but not the way I want. No, okay. Okay, cool. I just go, yes. And then we cut back to the town.
Well, okay, yeah, we will cut back a quick... I know it's been a very long time since this is even episode before that. It was discussed of hiring the Woodland Alliance or not as a group. It was decided as like the town.
Yeah, she's going against code because they didn't want that.
She's going against what everyone agreed to. Yeah,
but it might be worth it in the end, I think. But that's a problem for them to figure out.
And we cut back to Six Toe Stand, Orson and Jack.
I haven't given the order. This is all just happening.
You have an arrow through your chest. Hold.
The building you're on is on fire. There's an arrow in your
As I've already shot people.
There's 3 bodies next to you.
Hold it a little longer.
What do you guys do? There are people in the house that you are on top of.
I think it's time to start pulling. I just have a bunch of ropes. I just have to pull a bunch of ropes from the top here. They're all numbered.
I hope they're gonna know that we're not in this home alone.
What are you talking about? We're together. Oh, I get it. Okay.
Home together.
And I pull a rope, and you just hear screaming.
Okay. What rope do you pull? And you're gonna have to roll for it, Orson.
I'm gonna pull. Should I roll dice to see what rope I pull, or should
Yeah. Well, no, I mean you're coming up with it, so it's whatever you want. I don't have to.
I'll just pull the first rope.
Okay.
And then what should I roll? And then should I come
It's
up
cunning. We've been rolling cunning for traps. Oh, jeez.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, this is a perfect. So what do you do with this perfect?
I pull the first one, and as these there's like 4 wolves running up the stairs. You know, they got their knives and everything ready, and a boulder comes down from the first, and it hits the like landing in the middle, and then rolls past. They don't have enough time to like react, and they shove each other down the stairs, but it just flattens like 3 of them. And the one that survives, there's like another effigy that kind of looks like it's like on a wheel, but it's got like spinning blades. It comes down and it chops one. We're going for like maximum violence, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
One swings and it chops off the one's arm, and he's just like and everything, and he rolls back into the way of a second boulder that just rolls forward. That's rope number 1.
Awesome.
They never expected 2 boulders. Everyone always expects 1. They never expected
There was also
2.
There's also 2 log traps. Everyone did 2 of the same trap.
Yeah, they couldn't decide who wanted to build. Everyone got so excited to build something that we built multiples of everything.
Larson's too cunning to think. You know, you gotta keep in mind.
Jack, what do you
As
think?
he gets steamrolled, another one of those weird wheel dummy things with blades comes out, but it doesn't do anything because no one's around. it's just a matter of 2s.
I want to wait for because there's still more in there, right?
Yeah, there's a lot there. Especially after that, there are now more funneling into this house because they can see you guys. Especially after the fire too, you did not use the thing that was hide yourself, so they know there's a sniper on top of this building now.
No.
So there are more coming.
I'm gonna cut a rope.
Okay.
And it's what's keeping a chandelier up. And there are knives on the chandelier.
They thought we were crazy when we bought that wicked expensive chandelier.
And all you did was take all the crystals off of it and string knives to it.
Yeah, that's
String
all
saw blades to it.
Probably armed more townsfolk with them, but
Yeah. So I'm gonna drop this knife chandelier on top of a group of them.
Awesome. Yeah, it impales them, and a lot of them get trapped. Like one of them doesn't die; he gets trapped underneath and is cut in the stomach, and it takes him forever to die.
One it's a close up. I think I've seen. Oh, it's like in Mission Impossible 1 when Emilio Estevez takes like a thing directly in the eye, and it just like.
Okay. So yeah, a lot of them are dead in this house. More are still coming to the house. Yeah, more are still headed to the house for now. But you do see the town has been lit on fire now. Some of them got to the effigy, lit like torches, and began throwing them at the houses. So the town is now mostly aflame. And there are now rabbits, foxes, and wolves in open combat in the streets. Some of them are getting killed by traps. You do see Benny Burrows with a pickaxe. He's the bunny that Orson was friends with, and he's doing pretty well. He's fending off 2 wolves, pickaxe right through the head of one of the wolves, and he gets stuck for a minute and pulls it out with pieces of brain matter stuck to it.
There's teeth and shit on it. He does it. He swings to the other side. It goes through 2 of their heads. It just goes. Hits one with the backswing.
And we'll do one more turn for you guys, and we'll go back to Poe. So second turn.
Time to pull rope number 2.
Pull it.
Or should we initiate something from far away?
It's up to you guys.
Should we pull the other rope? Town's on fire. We could use it.
The other rope?
The other rope. Okay, I'll pull it. I actually don't. No, I don't pull it. I take out a little lighter. What do we use? The flint and stone, and I go and I burn it, and it burns really quick, and it goes to a water tower on the other side of town. It goes up the sides of the water tower legs, and then it topples it over onto the tower.
You gotta roll for it first. But...
Yeah, to see if it even works. But that's the.
It drowns a nearby town. Doesn't do anything.
It falls the wrong way.
Oh no!
Throw some banging on the door really quick. By the way, I got looks like a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So hold on one sec before you just think about it. Sure.
Or Jack, do you know what you're gonna do before we narrate that? You can also take a turn.
How many are in the house right now?
You assume you're on the roof still, as far as I know. So you're not watching any of this. You're kind of just pulling things, and the camera is seeing what happens. Okay. But you think a good amount still enters. There's probably 10 people in this house still.
Anyway, Oh.
What? Okay, he's gonna think. But so Orson, what happens with your mixed success is you light it. The water tower falls. It doesn't fall entirely on town. It falls it does put out a couple of houses. It also drowns like a good amount of people indiscriminately. So like
they knew the risks.
yeah. So like 4 soldiers and 4 civilians die from the drowning, and a lot of water goes like the other way too, just into the forest and waters the plants real nice. But
we gave swim lessons before this, right, Jack? You remembered to give everybody swim lessons.
What?
That was Poe's job.
I thought Poe was supposed to do it.
So Jack, what are you doing?
I'm gonna look at Orson. Hey.
We got the other room.
Well, we have the detonator there.
In the garbage truck.
When you're ready, we can hop on this zip line to the other building and implode the roof.
Yeah. Well, do you think they're getting that close? Are they getting that close?
There are 10 in the house. After like what happened, a bunch more ran in.
Are you ready to
Well,
pull the roof off?
either that or we kicked that bucket of oil down the stairs and laid it on.
Well, I mean,
Then we zip line off, then blow it up. What do you think?
all right.
Just to cause a little more pain before
Okay, roll the barrel then, Jack, if that's your plan.
It's a huge barrel. It takes maybe both of us to like.
Okay.
First, let me drop these firecrackers down the chimney.
It's not great. You roll your advantage though. Roll one more. That's not great.
Oh.
It's 6. Well, Orson can.
Orson can help make it a mix.
Before you ask for Orson, but as you do, you just see me getting on the zip line and just. I just assume you got it.
Just blows up.
just a little bit of his scarf.
Are you gonna help Orson?
No, that's what I did.
Oh, that's what you left? Okay.
Yeah.
What happens is, Jack, you see Orson leaving. You push it down. Well, you try to push it down, but what happens is you push it over, and the oil leaks. You see one of these soldiers see the oil leaking, tosses a torch, and then they all leave. The flame quickly overtakes the stairs and the barrel. You have a chance to do something, but you're going to take some damage. What is your reaction?
Well, in that case, I'm still going to blow the roof, but then, I mean, as a bird, I can glide, right?
Not really. I mean, you can fall with. What is it? What is the sign for? We gotta go back to Toy Story. It's falling with style.
Falling with style.
Actually, wait, do I have?
We did kind of do a gliding thing before when we were at the other place that was exploding that we left. I'm starting to notice the theme. Maybe we shouldn't go to the wedding.
I'll let you, unless you have something. I mean, you can roll for it, and it'll you're sure they're gonna, be perfect, but you can roll for it.
I land on the other roof, and I'm like, wait, Jack, the building didn't blow.
Or actually, I mean, I've got my coat. I'm gonna throw my coat over the zip line.
Okay, good. Okay, so what happens is you. Okay, let me see. Yeah, you get a failure. So what happens is the place begins to burn very, very quickly. You manage to start running. The barrel explodes as the fire. Well, no, it would probably. I don't know if it would explode. It's going to explode for this scene. The barrel explodes as the fire finally catches up to it. You get a piece of shrapnel in your back, and you take no damage for it. So you take a harm as you are impaled. And in order to do this, you do have to leave the Sopper rifle behind. It is too big to carry on this thing.
Okay.
But you manage to throw your coat over and slide down, and right as you make it to Orson, the line goes slack as the building begins to crumble.
I want to say the force pushed me hard, so I fly into Orson.
Yeah. Okay.
You gotta grab hands. Grab hands. So
I have to catch you.
I just barrel right into him.
And then we both roll. Yeah, we both tumble over each other. And then when we land on the ground, we're horizontal like this. I'm kind of over on top of you. Kind of think we're going to kiss for a second?
Unsure. Unsure.
But I'm like, no, maybe later. There's no time.
And then. Okay. The soldiers in the house are dead. Like a couple of them get out. Like a few of them get out, but the house collapses a lot quicker than they were. This was not a very well built house as described. It was designed as a murder house, so it collapses a lot faster than they think. So
We
a couple are
built it.
caught. A couple are yeah, you guys built it. A couple are caught inside the house collapsing, and a couple have drowned. So there isn't a lot of. There is some retaliation this turn, but not like as much as there normally is.